Greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 21 of my Refugee to Regent challenge. And it has been a while since I've put up a video or even recorded a video for this series. And the reason behind that is I've been trying to make arrangements to do some multiplayer with this challenge with one or more of my friends. However, it looks like that's just not going to pan out. I have been trying to get something to work for a while, and it's just not. Oh, and you can see that I have yellow X's everywhere. Here, let me get rid of those. Anyway, I have not been sitting idly while the time has passed. Over the past few weeks, I have been working off and on some projects in this, and one of the main things that I've done is there's a new structure here. This is the entrance to the mine, and I have some barrels here with some cobblestone, some other stuff that I've dug up, some furnaces that I'm using to make charcoal for torches instead of using coal, which is a little bit more precious, at least at this point. I have to dig it manually. So I've just finished planting or replanting the oak tree so I can get more logs for the fire and for some resources I need down there. I'll show you in a bit. You can see that it's regrowing. But let me show you a bit about what's going on in here. First off, wall of barrels, all kinds of stuff. We've got opal, limestone, well, gravel, a whole bunch of fluorite crystals, some lodestone from the magnetite. Let's see here, is this calcite? Yeah, calcite. We've got, let's see here, that was limestone. This is limestone, multiple limestones. Some sandstone, dirt, more cobble, shale, marble, quartz, basalt, and iron. And we've got some planks and some wood plank posts, and I will show you what those are for here in a little bit, and some various other things that I've gotten. I went ahead and made a wooden minecart, but as it turns out, Railcraft is in here and it overwrites some of the recipes, like for the wood track and all that kind of stuff. So if I go like this and bring up the recipe for just the basic wooden track, it is, well, I can probably do this if I, well, let's see here, where do I get creosote? If I made a coke oven. Actually, that's a good question. The coke oven block, that's just brick and sand, so that's not too bad. But let's see here. Bring this back up. So I could get creosote, technically, but the rail, wait, is this the, no, that's not the right one. I want the wooden track. The rail requires iron ingots, and I just can't do that yet. So there is, as far as I can tell, no easy means to get cheap tracks in this mod pack. Unfortunately, I was planning on doing something interesting, but it's just not going to work. But let me show you really quickly what I've got going on here. First off, I dug a great big long tunnel, and I'm using the planks and these posts as the support for the tunnels. And hello? Oh, that's up above my head. And I've dug little offshoots you can see on the map. They go quite a ways off to the east, and this is where I left off. But also, this is at Y level 59. For this stage, I can go down to Y level 30, so let's keep on going. I have dug a single tunnel at Y level 50, but there's no offshoots. And then I got down here to Y level 40-ish, and how is there a chicken down here? Oh well. I found a mine shaft, a forerunner tunnel, and I have thoroughly explored this, much to my terror, and I think I've lit up pretty much everything there is in here. There's probably a couple dark spots, but I haven't looted anything yet, so the contents of the carts are still in place. I was hoping to maybe find a bucket, but there's a bunch of stuff that I need to get from these forerunner tunnels, and I will get them. I'm probably going to clear out all of the fence and the planks and all that kind of stuff. All the tracks coming with me. Everything else is coming with me. And because it's world spawn, I should be able to use the carts there for transporting my loot. And I'm just going to do it one tunnel at a time, if it's convenient. But then we get down here to Y level 30, which is as deep as I can go. I encountered, let's see here. Oh, I can't go any lower. I encountered this. Nice. It's very nice, yes, except if I try to break it with my stone tool, it just goes poof. Oops. So I'm going to call that rock bottom for right now. But I'm probably going to, during this episode, just go ahead and clear out all the stuff that I find in the tunnels. If there's anything interesting, I'll be sure to let you know. There are some things that I have found while digging that I cannot mine. For instance, the mimicite and the amber. Like, there's some amber right there. I can't get that. And a few various other things, including lead, which can't get with the stone tool, unfortunately. One thing I do like about using these wood posts, or any of the posts, is when you cram them on the wall like this, you can still walk through them and the neighboring block. So you are thinner than one block, which is good to know. But there's one other thing that I've done, and this took a little while to do. I just barged right out. Didn't even check for bad guys. Oh well. It took a little while to do, but it was totally worth it, because now I know roughly how much resource-wise I'm going to need to make the wall. I have placed a single high, single wide cobblestone wall. Ooh, an egg. Oh, piece of candy. All the way around. Let's see here. You can sort of see it on the mini, or on the overmap there. It goes all the way around, and I now know that I need to do a bit more digging to fill this out. Ultimately, it's going to need to be 4 high, 2 wide, and it's supposed to have an anti-spider lip. Now, my wall that I chose to build is probably a bit bigger than what is really necessary, but I wanted to encapsulate the entire city, so it's very big. It's phenomenally large, almost as large as probably the largest wall I've built on any map I've ever done. So it's going to take a bit of doing. Actually, since it's almost nighttime, why don't let's see here. Let's see here. This in here, yes. I'm going to just come up here and bring up this map so you can get a better view. I showed you I think, at the end of the last episode, roughly how it looks. I don't remember if I flew around or not, but I figure I might as well show you the extent of the wall. If I come over this way, first off, you can see just how much it encompasses just by comparing it to the lake down there. Ooh, unloaded chunks. Goes all the way over there, butts up against that watchtower, and I will need to figure out exactly where I went. I'm still a little iffy on where I went the other watchtowers. I'm thinking maybe one more over there for sure. And then probably one up on the hill here, but it wraps all the way around here, and it closes off the access from the farms and the shipyard and all that kind of stuff, because that's, though technically part of the city, I just didn't want it to be included inside the city proper, so that's what I did there. But as you can see, I've been busy doing quite a bit of stuff, and now it is time for me to go ahead and clear out the Forerunner tunnel. I'm probably going to place a couple more chests up here, probably just out here, so you can see all of the loot that I got from the Forerunner tunnel. So I'm going to go ahead and explore that, pull that stuff up, see if maybe there is a bucket that I missed spotting. There are a couple little mini dungeons with the spawners and whatnot, so I didn't look at all those chests. There might still be a bucket somewhere, and if there is, I can probably get a bit more stuff done during this stage, but I'm not holding my breath. So anyway, I'm going to get down there, clear out all the stuff, and I'll be back. Done. Ooh, had a little bit of lag there. I have finished exploring the Forerunner tunnel as far as I can tell. The mini-map is very helpful for being able to determine if there's any other tunnels at your level, which is indispensable if you're looking for that one pesky noise off in the distance. But anyway, while I was down there, I did mine some ores, mostly copper. Took apart a dungeon and was able to get the moss stone from that. I left the actual spawner there, so I know where one is. Let's see here. The zombie spawner. So I've got that saved, and just for reference, that is... Oh, had to tie the map key to that. It's almost straight out, but it's a little bit down. Anyway, get rid of the waypoint here. Turn that off. Okay. I found some berry bushes, including essence berry, just 2 of those, but mostly aluminum, couple copper, some tin, and 1 iron. The only one I didn't find was gold, but that's alright. So I can start growing those if I want. Got some Certus quartz and some Certus quartz dust, some yellowite, a little bit of aluminum, just some simple stuff, a few coal, and then I started digging coal, then I realized I don't want to fill up on coal down there because my inventory was going to get full very fast anyway. First off, almost 9 stacks of track. Got 15 mine carts, a wooden TNT cart, and some safari nets, and they are unused. They're not. It's a mystery or anything like that. It's just single-use safari nets, which might come in handy later. But here's all the other loot that I got. I found the chicken that was clucking around down there. Actually, I found 2 of them. I got a couple eggs, some feathers, and a raw chicken. But I got some nether quartz in a chest. Some ingots of different varieties, including some rotary craft stuff. As a matter of fact, all of this here is rotary craft. I got some sawdust, a miner's delight. I got some nether wart, but I don't think that I'm going to be getting soul sand anytime soon, so it'll just have to stay in the chest. Got some of these wooden ties, but like I said, I need iron in order to make the tracks, so that's kind of moot. A night stone, I'm going to have to look up what that is. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put that there. The Technicolor glasses, that's from Open Blocks. It's used for being able to see some of the stuff that you're doing if you're trying to do some painting. Let's see here. Can I put these on? It doesn't really have any effect normally, unless you're looking at, I think it's a crayon block or something like that. So for right now, it's just Technicolor glasses. Some stencils. I'm not really going to use those. I might use this one. Let's see here. A couple of these logic matrix programmers. The only way to get them is to find them. And you need them in order to do some of the other factorization stuff, like the servos and whatnot. So it's good to have a couple of those, but once you have one, you don't need more, I don't think. Basically, it's one and done thing. Got some ash. Got a builder's wand. I don't know if I can use that at this stage. I'm going to have to look that up. That will make building my wall a lot easier. Just to show you what that does. Let's see here. If I have a cobblestone here and a cobblestone in my inventory, you can see how it isn't doing anything right now, but if I touch it to something that I have in my inventory, I can right click and place it, and then I can do that. I can place multiples like so. Can put some more there, and it doesn't actually do any durability on it, so that would be indispensable for building the wall. I'm going to have to look that up. Let's see here. Let me clear this out. Glad I stopped at just the 8 blocks. Oh, I guess the marble can go in here. Some chests. Pumpkin and melon seeds, but I already have those, so I don't need to worry about that. Ender pearl dust might be useful later. Some thorns, that's disturbing. And finally a floppy disk, which can be used in the computer to play a game, Maids 3D. There are, I want to say, about 8, there might be more by now, of these preset floppy disks with the different programs, mostly games in them. That looks like about it, but there was a lot of stuff down there. I was actually kind of impressed. But one thing you may have noticed, out of all this, all that, and these, no bucket. So I have to continue pressing on the way I was. Unless I manage to find a bucket somewhere, I am bucketless. So what I'm going to do now is probably I'm probably going to go look up whether or not I can use the builder's wand to construct the wall. And I think I may just work towards finishing up as much of the wall as I can just to get the wall out of the way. I said I was going to do it over the span of the stone stage, but it's a big, cumbersome, tedious project, and I just as well get it out of the way sooner rather than later. So I might just go ahead and focus on that. But anyway, I'm going to go look up the builder's wand and see what this nightstone does, and then I will be right back. Alright, I managed to get the wall up to 4 high all the way around. It actually took a lot less of the cobblestone than I had anticipated, so I don't need to spend much more time down below mining, at least for cobblestone right now. You can see in the top left of the screen some of the wall over on the north side of the city, up in the very top left. And you can see that it's 4 tall over there. And I think, yep, over by the tower, at the base of that, you can see the south side of the wall. So it goes all the way around, 4 tall. Now it's not too wide yet, and I don't have the anti-spider platform, but that's actually, it doesn't really matter quite yet because there's a lot of unlit area inside the wall, and that's partly because I decided to make it so gigantic. But I did do it by hand because, well, sort of, I wanted to, I guess, punish myself maybe for taking so long to get another video out, but also because I just kind of wanted to do it by hand. So I didn't even bother looking up to see if the builder's one could be used. I did look up the night stone, and I couldn't find anything about it. the site, the wiki for the mod, the random things mod, it mentions a white stone, but it doesn't say anything about a night stone. So I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Random things. There it is. There is a white stone, a night stone, and a blue stone. And there's a bunch of other little night jade? Oh, work in progress. Or another work in progress. Okay. There's a bunch of things that I don't know really what they do. I thought there was supposed to be something called spectral glass, but that might be a different version than what this is. But there are a few things in here that look kind of interesting. One of the things is called this fertilized dirt. And though I haven't found a bucket yet, I might be able to start using this. Excuse me. A little bit of a hoarse throat here. Let me take care of that. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully that worked. But I have the recipe for it set up over here. I think you can also do it like this. Let me check. Nope, it has to be the rotten flesh in the corners. So that is a use for the rotten flesh, or another use for it, rather. You can make this fertilized dirt, which you can just put anywhere, and it doesn't have to be next to water. You can, let's see here, I have sugarcane right over here. You can just use it as farmland, and it just assumes it meets all the hydration requirements. Where's the sun? Sun's sort of setting. But I can come up here with sugarcane and just plop it right on it. Oh, I'm supposed to be able to. Hey, it's not letting me. Maybe if I till it. Nope. Not letting me do it. Interesting. I may have made that in vain. Sleep off the night here. Maybe I misunderstood how this is supposed to work. I got my hopes up and everything. Do I have any spare seeds in here? Just regular vanilla seeds? No, I do not. let's see here. Can I plant a sapling on it? Okay, I can plant a sapling on it. Let me grab a seed. I'll be right back. Alright, got a seed. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I can plant the seed on it. And I didn't have to till it, I don't think. Let's see, can I get the seed back? Yeah, let's see here. That should reset whether it was tilled. Okay, so I don't have to till it. I thought sugarcane was supposed to work on it, but that's alright. I can grow sugarcane all over. I'm going to have to test this on some of the other mods seeds, like the magic crops and all that. But basically it makes it so you don't have to have water next to your farmland, and you can, as you can see here, bounce on it without the seed popping off. So that can be useful, except for the fact that it takes 4 rotten flesh to make one of those, and also 4 white dye of some sort. Thankfully, I have a supply of white dye. I can just tear down this tree. There we go. Add 4 of those and get some white dye out of that. So I'm not too terribly concerned about the white dye. It's just the rotten flesh. Now I did find that zombie spawner, but I don't want to just stand there and kill zombies all day. I have lots of other things that I need to do as far as the quest progression. I was looking to use this to bring some crops a little closer in without having to revolve around the edges of the water out there. That way I don't have to have crops next to the lake over in the middle. But let's see here. I think I'm going to poke around in the to-do list over on the computer down in my office and see if there's anything I can just take care of real quick. But I want to sort of wrap this episode up and get it out because I don't want it to go on too long, especially because it's taken me a long time to get this episode recorded. So I will be right back, and I'll see how much time there's left in the video and see if I can get at least something else accomplished. I'll talk to you in just a bit. Okay, it looks like there is nothing that is only going to take 2 minutes worth of talking to cover. I can't really get anything else started, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up. I did get the mine. I will call that started, not necessarily done. The wall's half done, and all I really need to do is add another layer and then the anti-spider shelf on the outside of it. But that shouldn't take too terribly long. I guess next episode I'm going to have to start on just pick something and start working on it because I have a lot of catching up that I need to do. I don't want to fall too far behind. I have several other series that are kind of taking my time right now, but I don't want this one to fall by the wayside because I have lots of big plans for this. I'm basically using this challenge as my outlet for the several of the other series that I had wanted to do, and some of the things I wanted to do in the vanilla Minecraft series that I started, and lots of other things can be taken care of just in this one series, especially because I plan on making this one last quite a while. There's a lot of things that I have planned for this. Whether I have other players or not doesn't matter. I'm going to have this one go for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you very much for watching and putting up with the delay between this episode and the previous one. I do apologize again for that. But if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. What are you doing on the roof? Anyway, if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.